Hello students, today we will learn about finding the product of fractions. So let us start by solving this question. Students, in this question we are asked to multiply both the fractions. So we can also write these fractions as 12 multiplied by 13 divided by 13 multiplied by 15. Students, before carrying out the multiplication, let us first simplify the numbers with a common factor. Means we will use the cancellation method. Now, in order to use the cancellation method, we need to first identify the numbers in the numerator and the denominator that have a common factor. Students, here the numerator 12 and 15 have a common factor 3. Hence, we can divide both 12 and 15 by 3. Here, 3 multiplied by 4 is 12 and 3 multiplied by 5 is 15. Now students, there is no common factor between 4 and 5, so we can leave it as it is. Now let us look at this 13 and this 13. The numerator of this 13 and the denominator of this 13 have a common factor 13. So that means we can divide both this 13 by 13. 13 into 1 is 13 and 13 into 1 is 13 again. Now since there is no common factor between the numerators and the denominators, so our cancellation is done. Now what we can do is, now we can multiply the numerator with the numerator 4 with the numerator 1. 4 into 1, and then we can multiply the denominator 1 with the denominator 5. That is 1 multiplied by 5. 4 multiplied by 1 is 4 and 1 multiplied by 5 is 5. So this is our answer. 12 by 13 multiplied by 13 by 15 is equal to 4 by 5. And since there is no common factor between the numerator 4 and the denominator 5, this is in its simplest form. Now look at this question. Even in this question, we need to multiply these two fractions. So we can write this fraction as 7 multiplied by 20 and 12 multiplied by 49. Now we will first simplify it before carrying out the multiplication. We will simplify it by using the cancellation method. In order to do that, we need to first identify the numbers in the numerator and the denominator that have a common factor. Here, the numerator 7 and the denominator 49 have a common factor 7. That means we can divide 7 and 49 by 7. 7 multiplied by 1 is 7 and 7 multiplied by 7 is 49. There is no common factor for 1 and 7, so we will leave 1 and 7 as it is. Now when we look at 20 and 12, we can say that 20 and 12 have a common factor 2. That means we will divide both 20 and 12 by 2. 2 multiplied by 10 is 20 and 2 multiplied by 6 is 12. But there is a common factor between 10 and 6 again, and the common factor is 2. So we will again divide 10 and 6 by 2. 2 multiplied by 5 is 10 and 2 multiplied by 3 is 6. So now there are no common factors left between the numerators and the denominators, and we are only left with the numerator 1 and 5 and the denominator 3 and 7. So what we will do is we will multiply the numerators 1 and 5, and we will multiply the denominators 3 and 7. 1 multiplied by 5 is 5 and 3 multiplied by 7 is 21. And since we have already simplified it before doing the multiplication, it is in the simplest form. So 7 by 12 multiplied by 20 by 49 is equal to 5 by 21. Now let's solve one more question. Look at this question. Even in this question, we have to multiply both the fractions. So we can write the fraction as 2 multiplied by 11 by 9 multiplied by 13. Now, in order to simplify them, let us first check whether there are any common factors between the numerators and the denominators. But if we look at the numerators and the denominators, we can say that there is no common factor. There is no common factor between 2 and 13. Neither there is any common factor between 11 and 9. So what we are going to do here is we will directly multiply the numerator with the numerator and the denominator with the denominator. This we will multiply 11 with 2. So 11 multiplied by 2 is 22, and we will multiply 9 with 13. So 13 multiplied by 9 will be 117. There is no common factor between 22 and 117, so it is in its simplest form. So 2 multiplied by 9 into 11 multiplied by 13 is equal to 22 by 117. So students, that's all for today.
Thank you.